guidance and provision. Grant us wisdom and understanding as we discuss and make decisions. May your presence guide our thoughts and actions. May the outcomes of this meeting be pleasing to you. This we pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Good afternoon, everyone. Today is May 13, 2026, and welcome to the Bids and Awards Committee meeting. I am Engineer Brgy, OIC Assistant Regional Director, presiding over this proceeding as the back chairman. With this, I call this meeting to order. I would like to request the Head Back Secretariat for the acknowledgement and declaration of quorum.
Again, good afternoon. I will present to you the composition of the Bids and Awards Committee, the Technical Working Group, and the Secretariat. Kindly acknowledge your presence if your name is called. Let's start with the Bids and Awards Committee. Engineer Brgy as our chairman.
Present.
Engineer Victorio T. Sahilan as our vice chairman. Engineer Liwald L. Picori. Attorney Jesse L. R. Tutor. Attorney Mary Therese P. Kizo, Attorney Chiki P. Tamala. Considering that majority of the BAC are present, I declare these proceedings in quorum. The following are the Technical Working Group, Attorney Melanie Inopia, and Engineer Remark Anthony Basco. The Secretariat are as follows: yours truly, Engineer Alma Abrigana as head. My members are Engineer Jiver Vargas, Engineer Dexter Cabilis, Miss Marta Liamis, and Miss Gladys Abarabar. We also invited 3 observers, but none of them are present today. I would like also to acknowledge the presence of the presenter from the Planning and Design Division. That's all, Ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Abrigana. Our agenda for today is a pre-bid conference of the following civil works project. 26K00126, construction of bypass and diversion road, Claveria-Balingoan bypass road, Barangay Kagumahan sections. Kinoguitan, Misamis, Oriental with an ABC of 45,540,087 pesos only. 27K00127, construction of bypass sa diversion road, Magsaysay-Butuan City Coastal Bypass Alternate Road, Santa Cruz, Magsaysay, Barangay Santa Cruz section, Magsaysay, Misamis, Oriental, with an ABC of 45,539,894 pesos. 26K00128, construction of missing link, new roads, Malaybalay-Gingoog Road, Gingoog City-Kalhaan, Claveria-Bulonay City, Barangay Bal-ason, Barangay Hindangon section, Gingoog City, Misamis, Oriental, with an ABC of 54,437,130 pesos. 26K00129, construction of MPB, Barangay Salay, Riverside 1, Salay, Misamis Oriental, with an ABC of 6,925,287 pesos and 60 centavos. Contract ID number 26K00130, construction of MPB, Barangay Lunaw, Gingoog City, Misamis Oriental, with an ABC of 7,939,909 pesos and 32 centavos. And 26K00131, construction of MPB, Barangay Poblacion, Sogbongkor, Misamis Oriental, with an ABC of 6,925,356 pesos and 90 centavos. At this point, may we request the personnel from the Planning and Design Division to please start your presentation.
Good afternoon, ma'am, sir. In behalf of the Planning and Design Division, Highways Design Section, I am Engineer Ariel Avila, and I'll be presenting two projects for today's pre-bid conference. To begin with the project with contract ID number 26K00126, with project category 001, ensure safe and reliable national subprogram, construction of bypass and diversion roads. Project description, Claveria-Balingoan Bypass Road, Barangay Kagumahan Section, Station 55 plus 700 to Station 56 plus 700, Kinoguitan, Misamis, Oriental. So the location of this project is under Misamis, Oriental, First LD, and the appropriation is 47,192,000. The ABC for this project is 45,540,280 pesos, with a contract duration of 255 calendar days or 8.5 months. So the project location is in Barangay Kagumahan, Kinoguitan, Misamis, Oriental, and the type of work is construction of gravel road. So the physical target for this project is 2 lane km, and the source of fund is from FY 2026 based on GAA. So this is in pursuant also to Department Order 1590 of 2022, which is the implementation of the Social Environmental Management System Operations Manual. And this is the site development plan for this project. And this is the site photos, the beginning section, mid section, and the end section of the project. And this is the typical roadway section for this project. Also shown are the nearby quarry sources, namely Donguan, Santa Ines River Quarry, and Agayan River Quarry. And this is the bill of quantities for this project, which is divided into several parts. For part A, we have facilities for the engineer. For part B, other general requirements such as project billboard, occupational safety and health, traffic management, mobilization, demobilization. For part C, we have earthworks. For part H, miscellaneous structures. For the minimum equipment requirements, we have 7 for the major equipment and 1 for the minor equipment, for a total of 8 equipments. Also, in pursuant to Department Order 1110, Series of 2024, which is the implementation of ISO 9001-2015 certification requirement for large A, medium B, and medium A contractors in the procurement of infrastructure projects of the department. So note that the license price range for this project is at least medium A. And for the manpower requirement, we have 47 number of personnel to complete the project, which is included from Department of Order 98 Source of 2016, which is the revised guidelines on the accreditation of contractors, consultants, materials, engineer. And note that the submittals for this project all were already approved, and this is the cover page of the approved DD plan for this project.
Okay, any question? Any concern from? Okay, proceed to the next project.
For the next project, we have 26K00127 with project description, Magsaysay-Butuan City Coastal Bypass Alternate Road, Santa Cruz, Magsaysay, Barangay Santa Cruz Section, Station 0 plus 103 to Station 0 plus 474, Magsaysay, Misamis, Oriental. The project is under Misamis Oriental First LD with a total appropriation of 47,192,000. And the ABC for this project is 45,539,894 pesos, with a contract duration of 180 calendar days or 6 months. So the project location is in Barangay Santa Cruz, Magsaysay, Misamis, Oriental, and the type of work is construction of concrete road. The physical target for this project is 0.742 lane km. The source of fund is from FY 2026 General Appropriations Act or GAA, and the ACC status. So the ACC is available for this project. And this is the site development plan for this project. And this is the site photos, the beginning section, mid section, and the end section of the project. And this is the typical roadway section. Also shown are the nearby quarry sources, namely Panaghusa, Hiusa, and Tibon River Quarry. This is the bill of quantities for this project. And for the minimum equipment requirements, we have 16 for the major equipment and 9 for the minor equipment, for a total of 25 equipments. Also included are from Department Order 11, Series of 2017, which is the inclusion of the minimum material testing equipment in the technical component of the bid. Also from Department Order 80, Series of 2016, which is the mandatory use of joint sealer equipment, machine for sealing joints on concrete pavements. Again, also in pursuant to Department Order 110, which is the implementation of ISO 9001:2015 certification requirement for large A, medium B, medium A contractors in the procurement of infrastructure projects of the department. And note that the contractors license size range for this project should at least medium A. And for the manpower requirement, we have 59 number of personnel to complete the project. Which is also included from the revised guidelines on the accreditation of contractors, consultants, material engineer, Department Order 98, Series of 2016. And for the information of everybody, the submittals for this project, all submittals were already approved, and this is the cover page of the approved DD plan for this project.
Okay, any question? Okay, proceed to the next project.
This project. That ends my presentation. Okay.
Okay, let's start. You can,
Good afternoon, respected members of the Bids and Awards Committee and invited participants. I am Engineer Jason Castro from the Planning and Design Division. And for this pre-bid conference, I will present 3 building projects for CY 2026. For the first project, Contract ID 26K00129, project name, Construction of Multipurpose Building, Barangay Salay, Riverside 1, Salay, Misamis, Oriental, with coordinates 124.789060 degrees 8.870139 degrees, located at Barangay Salay Riverside 1, Salay, Misamis, Oriental, with an appropriation of 7 million pesos and an ABC of 6,925,287 pesos and 60 centavos. Fund source FY 2026 GAA. These are the certificate of validation and certification of the application of the latest CMPD and updated cost references in compliance with DO number 1 series of 2026. This is the certificate of compliance in accordance with DO number 43 series of 2026. And we have here the market scoping in accordance with section 10 of RA number 12009. Shown here is the sketch plan of the project location, the cover page of the DED plan, the site development plan and vicinity map. We also have here the geotag photos of the project and the perspective. And these are the floor plans. For the bill of quantities, we have the following. Part A, facilities for the engineer. Part B, other general requirements. Part C, earthwork. Part D, reinforced concrete. Part E, finishing and other civil works. Part F, electrical. For the minimum manpower requirement, this project requires at least 24 personnel for its completion. And for the minimum equipment requirement, this project requires 5 major equipment and 10 minor equipment, with the inclusion of material testing equipment in compliance with DO number 11 series of 2017, with subject inclusion of the minimum materials testing equipment in the technical component of the bid. And we have here the list or the minimum materials testing equipment for small, medium, and large contractors. For the minimum contractor size range, this project requires small b with license category C and D. And we have here the sample format for the list of the contractor's major construction and laboratory equipment units to be assigned to the contract, supported by certifications of availability. And for the summary of submittals, the PAO ABC DUPA certifications, as well as the DED plan, were already approved.
Okay, any question? Okay, proceed to the next project.
For the next project, contract ID 26K00130, project name, construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Lunao-Gingoog City, Misamis, Oriental, with coordinates 125.06310 degrees, 8.853300 degrees, located at Gingoog City, Misamis, Oriental, with an appropriation of 8 million pesos and an ABC of 7,916,497 pesos and 38 centavos. Fund source FY 2026 GAA. We have here the certificate of validation and certification of the application of the latest CMPD and updated cost references in compliance with DO number 1 series of 2026. We also have here the certificate of compliance in accordance with DO number 43 series of 2026 and the market scoping in accordance with section 10 of RA number 12009. These are the geotag photos of the site visit dated March 17, 2026. And we have here the parcellary plan of the project location, the cover page of the DED plan, the lot plan and site development plan. And this is the perspective of the project and the floor plan. For the bill of quantities, we have the following. Part A, facilities for the engineer. Part B, other general requirements. Part C, earthwork. Part D, reinforced concrete. Part E, finishing and other civil works. And lastly, Part F, electrical. For the minimum manpower requirement, this project requires at least 24 personnel for its completion. And for the minimum equipment requirement, this project requires 5 major equipment and 10 minor equipment with the inclusion of material testing equipment in compliance with DO number 11, series of 2017, with subject inclusion of the minimum materials testing equipment in the technical component of the bid. This is the list, or these are the minimum materials testing equipment for small, medium, and large contractors. For the minimum contractor size range, this project requires small b with license category C and D. And we have here the format for the list of the contractor's major construction and laboratory equipment units to be assigned to the contract, supported by certifications of availability. And for the summary of submittals, the PAO ABC DUPA certifications as well as the detailed engineering design plan were already approved.
Okay, any question? Okay, proceed to the next project.
For the last project, contract ID 26K00131, project name, construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Poblacion, Sugbong Kugon, Misamis, Oriental, with coordinates 124.78889 degrees, 8.949069 degrees, located at Barangay Poblacion, Sugbong Kugon, Misamis, Oriental, with an appropriation of 7 million pesos and an ABC of 6,925,356 pesos and 90 centavos. Fund source FY 2026 GAA. These are the certificate of validation and certification of the application of the latest CMPD and updated cost references in compliance with DO number 1 series of 2026. And shown here is the certificate of compliance in accordance with DO number 43 series of 2026 and the market scoping in accordance with section 10 of RA number 12009. We have here the geotag photos of the site visit on March 18, 2026. And this is the cover page of the DD plan. The sketch plan of the project location. The location plan. The site development plan. The floor plan. And the perspective of the multipurpose project. For the bill of quantities, we have the following. Part A, facilities for the engineer. Part B, other general requirements. Part C, earthwork. Part D, reinforced concrete. Part E, finishing and other civil works. And lastly, Part F, electrical. For the minimum manpower requirement, this project requires at least 24 personnel for its completion. And for the minimum equipment requirement, this project requires 5 major equipment and 10 minor equipment with inclusion of material testing equipment in compliance with DO number 11 series of 2017 with subject inclusion of the minimum materials testing equipment in the technical component of the bid. And we have here the minimum materials test equipment for small, medium, and large contractors. For the minimum contractor size range, this project requires small b with license category C and D. And we have here the sample format for the list of the contractor's major construction and laboratory equipment units to be assigned to the contract, supported by certifications of availability. And lastly, for the summary of submittals, the PAO ABC DUPA certifications and the DD plan were already approved. And that ends my presentation. Thank you for listening.
Okay, any question? Okay, thank you, General Castro. Okay, next presenter.
Once again, good afternoon to our respected members of the Bids and Awards Committee, Mr. Vice Chairman, and to our invited participants. On behalf of the Planning and Design Division, I am Engineer Mary Cruz J. Catarong, and I will be presenting one project under Civil Works FY 2026 Regular Infrastructure Program for this pre-bid conference. For contract ID number 26K00128, we have here the project details with the program, Network Development Program, with sub-program Construction of Missing Links or New Roads, with project description of Malaybalay-Gingoog Road, Gingoog City, Kalhaan, Claveria-Bulonay-Malaybalay City, Barangay Bal-ason, Barangay Hindangon Section, Station 126 plus 151 to Station 126 plus 211, Gingoog City, Misamis, Oriental, with project ID number of P010000241MN, scope of work of CW1, construction of concrete bridge. Project location is in Gingoog City, Misamis, Oriental. Source of fund is FY 2026 based on General Appropriations Act, with contract duration of 270 calendar days, equivalent to 9 months, including Sundays, national holidays, and minimum rainy days. The appropriation or the total estimated cost is 54,987,000 pesos, with an approved budget for the contract of 53,062,455 pesos. This project is in accordance with Department Order number 159, series of 2022, with the subject implementation of the Social and Environmental Management System Operations Manual. We have here the signed copy of the certificate of validation and also its JOTAG photos, and the certification of the application of the latest CMPD labor and equipment rates, all in accordance with Department Order number 1, series of 2026, with the subject guidelines on the updating and monitoring of POW and ABC in accordance with the latest CMPD for projects under the DPWH FY 2026 budget, and also the certificate of compliance in accordance with Department Order number 43, series of 2026, with the subject interim guidelines on the utilization of construction material prices and equipment rental rates amid fuel price volatility and its effect to project cost estimates, and also the approved copy of the market scoping in accordance with Section 10 of Republic Act number 12009, New Government Procurement Act, and its implementing rules and regulations, IRR, to ensure realistic, cost-effective project procurement management plans. We also have here the approved detailed engineering design plan cover page, its location map, and for the access road map, Hindangon Bridge is located approximately 18.9 kilometers from the Butuan City, Cagayan de Oro City, Iligan City Road in Gingoog City, Misamis Oriental. We have here the Lawit Elementary School, which is approximately 5.3 kilometers from the new bridge, and the Bal-ason Market, which is approximately 0.85 kilometers from the new bridge. The end of the new bridge, abutment B, is approximately 0.18 kilometers from the nearest accessible roadway, and the beginning of the new bridge, abutment A, is approximately 0.10 kilometers from the nearest accessible roadway. The topographic plan, the general plan and elevation, the typical section for the abutment, and the typical section for the pier. The summary of quantities. And we also have here the material sources map showing the nearby quarry sources around the site. And these are the bill of quantities covered by the construction of concrete bridge. Part A, facilities for the engineer. Part B, other general requirements. Part C, earthwork. Part F, bridge construction. And Part G, drainage and slope protection structures. For the scope of works of the previous contract, we have here the certification of the non-availability of SLD, since this is the project's first contract. As for the scope of works of the current contract, it include the construction of substructure, specifically the abutment A and Pier 1. And the scope of works of the balance for funding include the substructure, Pier 2 and abutment B, the slope protection for abutment A and B, for the superstructure, girders, bridge bearings, posts and railings, approach slab, asphalting works, and miscellaneous structures. For the minimum equipment requirement, this project will require at least 21 major equipment and 15 minor equipment for a total of 36 equipment with the inclusion of material testing equipment set based on Department Order Number 11 Series of 2017 with the subject inclusion of the minimum materials testing equipment in the technical component of the bid. For the minimum manpower requirement, this project will require at least 78 personnel to complete. And we also have here a sample form for the list of contractors, major construction, and laboratory equipment units to be assigned to the contract supported by certifications of availability. And we also have here a copy of Department Order Number 110 Series of 2024 requiring the submission of ISO 9001-2015 certification. The minimum required PCAB license for this contract is as follows. We have size range medium A and license category B. And for the summary of submittals, please be informed that the PAO, ABC, DUPA certifications and DED plan for this project were already approved. And that ends my presentation. Thank you.
Okay, any question? Okay, one of the prospective bidder will.
Yes, for advertisement, sir.
Since this is already a pre-bid conference, so all the bidding docs were already uploaded. Wala pa.
Okay. Okay. But the documents, ma'am, were already prepared and approved po. So, we'll follow up na lang po. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Katarong. Last na nila sa pre-bid. Okay, requesting Engineer Cabilis, member of the Back Secretariat, to present the checklist for bidding.
Good afternoon, everyone. I will be presenting to you the required checklist during the preliminary examination of the technical and the financial component of the bid. For the preliminary examination of the technical component of the bid, the requirements are: number 1, field rep certificate of registration and membership. Number 2, following Class A and B documents not covered by field rep certificate. A. Number 1, pickup license and registration. Number 2, statement of ongoing government and private projects. Number 3, SLCC. Number 4, NFCC computation and statement of total assets and liabilities. Number 5, joint venture agreement if applicable. B, if enrolled in CWA, Class A and B documents in CWA, if any, to be updated. Number 3, bid security in the prescribed form, amount, and validity period. A, acceptable form. Cash, cashier's check, manager's check issued by a universal or commercial bank, 2% of ABC. Bank draft or guarantee or a revocable letter of credit issued by a universal or commercial bank. If issued by a foreign bank, confirmed or authenticated by a universal or commercial bank, 2% of ABC. Surety bond callable upon demand issued by a surety or insurance company, duly certified by the Insurance Commission, as authorized to issue such a security, 5% of ABC, and bid securing declaration. Number 4, project requirements. A, organizational chart for the contract to be bid. B, list of contractors' key personnel. See clause 14.2A, 3B of bid data sheet to be assigned to the contract with their complete qualification data. C, list of contractors' major construction and lab equipment, units owned, leased, or under purchase agreements, supported by proof of ownership, lease, purchase, and certification of availability of equipment from lessor, vendor per project duration, see clause 14.2A, 3C of bid data sheet. D, ISO 9001:2015 certification or its latest version as applicable for pickup size range for large B, large A, medium B, and medium A. E. Latest General Information Sheet, GIS, reflecting the beneficial ownership information, BOI, duly received by the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC for corporations. Number 5, Omnibus Sworn Statement in the prescribed form by RA 12009. Note, any missing, incomplete, or patently insufficient document in the above-mentioned checklist is a ground for the outright rejection of the bid. For the preliminary examination of the financial component of the bid, the requirements are: number 1, bid form; number 2, bid prices and the bill of quantities; number 3, detailed estimates including a summary sheet indicating the unit price of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid. Number 4, quarterly, monthly cash flow and payment schedule. Note, any missing, incomplete, or patently insufficient document in the above-mentioned checklist is a ground for the outright rejection of the bid. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Cabilis. So this ends our pre-bid conference. So for this particular project, the schedule or the deadline of the receipt and the submission of bids will be on May 27 until 10 a.m. and will be open immediately after the deadline of submission. Okay, this ends our pre-bid conference, and any motion for adjournment. Okay, it has been moved and seconded that so this pre-bid conference is now. So let's proceed to the